Hey guys, welcome to my channel, Eve's Rising Tarot. Today we're going to do a little reading guidance from Spirit. How to navigate whatever it is you're going through right now, what's blocking you, and the path forward to see your way out of it. This is a general collective reading, so it may not resonate with everyone start to finish. Pick the things that align with you and things that don't really make any sense. It's because they're not meant for you, so just let them go. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it is when you're meant to find it. So let's get into it. What is your overall energy right now? Please show me your overall energy right now. And so I have the Five of Pentacles. And this is a feeling or an energy of feeling alone, feeling unsupported, feeling like you have to figure things out solo, and that there's a burden on you and you've kind of been left behind by those you thought you could trust. It's a hardship. Not a fun energy to be in, so I'm sorry if this aligns with you. Tell me more about this overall energy the collective is in. Tell me more. Why the Five of Pentacles? What is this about? And I've got patience and reassessment. Maybe I'm feeling that something that you had thought was going to be fun and pleasant and easy has really not turned out, or even started to happen in the way you envisioned it. And maybe you were depending on somebody or counting on them for some sort of support or partnership, and that has fallen through, or you saw somebody's true colors. You're in an energy where you know you need to reassess and look to reevaluate and figure out how to move forward from this disappointment or expectation that didn't pan out. All right. What does your higher self want you to know right now? What does your higher self want you to know right now? What guidance does your higher self have for you right now? I have the Magician. And this is a card of resourcefulness. This is a card of somebody who knows the rules of the universe when it comes to manifestation and making things pan out how you want them to. So your higher self is reminding you, you are capable of getting through this. You're capable of doing what it is you need to know with your current skill set and your wisdom, your current knowledge of this situation. So have faith. As above, so below. And yeah, I mean, the glass is half full. It's a call to remember that you got this. You're very well equipped. Let's get a clarifier for that. Tell me more about the Magician higher self. I have, may you be certain of your ground. And what's coming, that does really reinforce this, is you're well equipped. You have the skill set, you have the knowledge, you have the understanding of possibly taking this on solo, or reaching out to people you already have access to for support and guidance through this disappointment. Also, it could be a call to ground yourself. Whatever has got you in this Five of Pentacles left in the cold energy could have you up in your head. Really just overthinking, overanalyzing, and letting the ego and the destructive thinking patterns of the ego stepping into the driver's seat of this pursuit. Okay. And let's see, what is blocking you presently from your highest good to your greatest potential? What is the blockage right now in your immediate path towards your highest good and your greatest potential? One more cups. What is blocking you right now? And the Page of Pentacles. And this is it really does connect to that. Is a fear or a discomfort in stepping outside of the realm of the expectation and into your power as the novice, somebody who has a vision to step forward, but is a little has some insecurity in pursuing the path and stepping into that discomfort of being new in an area of something that you want to pursue. And it's a call to remind you that we are all at some stage a novice. Everyone has to start somewhere, right? The important thing is that you know you're following what feels important to you and what makes you feel alive. So he has that in his hand, right? He knows the vision. It's the fear of stepping forward and taking that first step, possibly alone, right? Possibly feeling unsupported and left to do this by yourself, from the person or the process or whatever you had mapped out that you felt supported by. So that's the blockage. Let's see. Let's get more on that. Tell me more about the Page of Pentacles as the blockage. Why the Page of Pentacles? Expel, Citronella. So I have expel and I am being invaded as clarifier for the Page of Pentacles. And this is making me think or come back to how I had said the ego and the undisciplined and excessive ways in which the ego finds problems in things. So I'm seeing this with the yellow of the card as well, being an area of the mind. I am being invaded by thoughts, by fears, by limiting self-beliefs, by a tidal wave of resistance, because I am pushing beyond the comfort zone. I'm knocking on that wall of where the boundary is of the safety of the ego. And ultimately the ego wants to keep you safe, so it's not vindictive, but it's like a toddler trying to tell you how to trade stocks. It's just not, it's not possible. So I am being invaded in the mental aspect. So that's the trigger statement. A way to reframe that to a more true statement is I am pure. As you align with the frequency of peace, the invasions from outside yourself and dissonance within are neutralized. So keep that in mind. A tested and true way to quiet the mind is meditation. Another way is breath work. That's something, breath work aligns with me and calms me. So explore that. Being mindful. Journaling is a good way too, is to write down all those fears. And once you see them on paper, you become aware of how silly they are. And the story that your ego begins to tell you in the mind, once it gets on paper, it looks pretty childish, and easy to dismiss. So aside from that, let's actually get 2 cards. I'm going to get one more of the tarot and then pull from, what is it called? Touched by a Horse. It's a beautiful deck with some really beautiful insights. All right, what is the advice to navigate away from the blockage or through the blockage? How do we clear this blockage out for the collective? What is the advice? What is the advice? Hold the vision. Whatever it is that you're pursuing right now, you know in your heart of hearts that it's going to lead you to somewhere that's fulfilling on an emotional heart space level, the ultimate satisfaction, and that's what's driving you to pursue it. Don't lose sight of that, and don't let that oppositional energy of pushing against, the boundary of the comfort zone stop you or fool you into believing its lies. Follow it, what it is that you want, and the vision you're holding. So hold the vision for this happy ending in the emotional space. All right. Let's get one more advice to add on to this 10 of Cups. What advice do you have for the collective higher self? What advice do you have for the collective? It's nurturance. I feel that aligns with, the 10 of Cups. The art is even similar in the colors. So what this advice is saying, nurturance. Perhaps one of the most important gifts in life is that of nurturance. At this time on your path, you are being asked to nurture. The one in need may be someone else close to you, or maybe yourself. Small, loving, and caring gestures, comments, and tokens are called for. You will find within yourself the ability to replenish the spirit and encourage the body development, or the beauty development and growth about to take place. Only with nurturance can this grow. To give nurturance is imperative and should not be taken lightly, as it is one of the highest callings we can be asked to share. Find simple and free-flowing ways to cherish, appreciate, and encourage the tender growth. And this is making me feel something that I talk to my son about a lot. The way we talk to ourselves in our thoughts. slow down and maybe for an hour or so out of the day, pay attention to the things you say to yourself in your head. You might be surprised. Some of the things we say to ourselves are the most hurtful things that any outside person could say to us. So when you're in a delicate space of being vulnerable and stepping out of comfort and wanting better for yourself in your life, that's a really vulnerable place to be. And you don't need somebody chirping in your ear, discrediting you and making you feel inadequate, unworthy, or incapable. So nurture yourself like a mother would nurture their child. Speak kind to yourself. Lift yourself up as if you're speaking to somebody you respect and cherish. And how would they speak to you if you were asking them for advice, or you were having a conversation about what's happening in your life? And I think that's where I'll leave it. And I think this is something that we can embody the majority of the time as well. Being kind to yourself, recognizing your thoughts, and don't be a bully to yourself. Nobody needs that. Nobody needs it from external sources, and nobody needs it from inside. It's not helpful, and it only makes you feel small. So right now, with whatever you are tackling in your life, don't quit. You might be being tested right now to see how bad you want it. How bad do you want it? And I'm going to leave it there. Hopefully this helped you, or it was just fun to listen to. And have a beautiful day or night whenever this finds you, and so much love.